Tanner Jackson. Batting fourth at first base, number 13, Drew Fitzpatrick. The designated hitter, batting fifth, number 16, Jack Falkenberg. Batting for the pitcher, number 24, Will Bowen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back here. We take a look at our defensive matchups here today. And again, as we take a look at the second game here.
For the Comets, leading off at center field, number 1, Drew Owen.
And again, there's your defense here for the North Polk Comets.
Batting third, the shortstop, number 16, Jack Speaker. The catcher, number 11.
And we'll go ahead and we'll get you updated on the other lineups here in just a bit as we got again, we got our lineups brought to you by the great folks at Insolites, insolites.com. Make sure to check them out today. Again, we'll have more coming on up here. This is game 2 of the Twin Bill here. Game 2 coming on up right after this, right here on the iBaseball Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back. Here we go. We're getting started. Game number 2 under the lights. And we get started with ball 1 to start this at bat here again. Game number 2 is officially underway. Chase Jones again greeting the pitcher here first. And Brady Schulten, the guy who's hurling the ball here in game number 2 to start. That one gets him to swing on one in the dirt, strike one, 2-1 count here. Schulten last year as a junior, 3-1 record, 10 strikeouts through his 4 games started. And that, unfortunately, not starting off on the greatest of notes. Hit by pitch will allow the runner now to hit on over to first. And for the second straight game, we have the Wolves with a leadoff batter. Bunt attempt looked at, but wisely laid off here. Ends up, though, as strike 1. And again, Caden Kitzman up. He reached base every single time he came up last time, whether it be an error or hit by pitch. Those were the 2 outcomes he ended up with. We'll take a look at ball 1 here. So from a 2-1 count, trying to keep him honest over there at first, and you got to. Chase Jones has been known for his speed, and certainly you don't want to give him very much. Now the pitch, that one will find its way into the zone, evens it up now at 2 apiece. Jones, 15 stolen bases last year. He stands on first. Kitzman at the plate, and Jones is taken off. That one too far inside, gets away, and back-to-back hit by pitch now places runners on first and second. And still nobody down. A little ominous kind of a start here for the North Pole Comets. Again, they started out the 2025 season with a victory over Van Meter. And now as they get in and take on the Waukee Northwest Wolves, they already find themselves down after one game. And as Tanner Jackson steps up to the plate with 2 runners on here in the top half of the first. So Jones stands on second, Kitzman on at first. Jackson up at the plate, and he hits that one high. That one's going left field. That one's back. It's going off the wall. It goes. We're getting one runner coming on home. There'll be a stand-up double to throw, not in time. And Tanner Jackson has a heck of a start to the season here. It's a 1-0 ball game off of a big swing from the Waukee Northwest left fielder.
Now batting the first baseman, number 13, Drew Fitzpatrick.
So a 1-0 advantage. We trade runners on first and second for second and third, and a 1-0 lead. And Drew Fitzpatrick now up at the dish. Takes a look at that one, that ball high. Fitzpatrick had a walk, a strikeout, a couple groundouts, and looking to add on, get some hits here in game 2. Lays out of danger for that one to 2-0. That one is ripped right side. That will find its way into the outfield grass, and we will have station to station here. But nonetheless, Kitzman comes on home for run number 2. Fitzpatrick with an RBI single. And a little time here as coach heading on out to the mound. Again, just trying to calm them down in my estimation for what it would be anyway, as we have a 2-0 ball game. Back-to-back hits following back-to-back hit by pitches have put a little bit of strain here on Coach Wadzowski's team. Again, early on, this is a program that now has to retool from a lot of guys that were very impactful seniors for the Comets last year. So they've kind of got to retool in a way. Plus, they don't have Chase Fjelland, who was injured here in game 1 on a diving attempt, I should say, early in the game. So they don't have his bat and his expertise here now. Plus, again, it's just kind of going to retool a little bit. And it's early on in the season. Certainly not what we probably will see this team be towards the end of the 2025 campaign. But there are more question marks than they've had to deal with the last couple years. And it's just kind of a learning curve here. So right now they find themselves with runners on first and third. We have Jackson on at first, Fitzpatrick at first. As we have Hilgenberg up, and he sends that one right side. That one's going off the fence as it will touch up. That will get 1 run home. We're looking at just that 1 run here. As now runners on second and third, and we have a 3-0 ball game. So Hilgenberg steps on up for the first time here today, and in a few pitches drives that one into right field and deposits it for a stand-up RBI double. And now Trey Stapleton stepping on up to the plate. Stapleton also a frequent flyer on the base pass in game 1. Takes a look at ball 1, a 1-1 count here. So 3-0 is the advantage here for Waukee Northwest. They've already had 3 hits in this inning. This is the 6th batter here in Stapleton. That one's hit up high. That one's hit up into center field. Oh, and we'll camp out under it, though, and we will have no throw, and a wise one at that. Look at that one. Nice toss in from center field as we have out number one, and a much-needed out number one here for the Comets.
Number 6, Cam Rourke.
Cam Rourke stepping on up to the plate now here for the Wolves. Last year and his junior season, 12 hits, 14 total bases, drove in 7. Wisely lays off of that one for ball 1. Again, make sure to catch IA Sports at the state track meet. We'll be there every day, all day, every day, as they like to say. We'll be there, and you'll be able to catch a lot of great highlight reels, clips, and more from the state track meet here in the Des Moines area at Drake Stadium. So make sure to check out that. Also, give a shout out to IA Softball, all the people making IA Softball possible. If you have any thoughts, highlights, clips, or more, give us a hit. You can also go ahead and drop us a message, iabaseball1@gmail.com. Hit us up at IA Sports, wherever you find us, whatever outlet you find us. Go ahead and reach out, and we would love to connect with you. And that one foul off to the right side. Or, excuse me, a fair ball. As that will plate yet even more going on here. As now we take from runners on at second and third. We deposit 2 more runs onto the scoreboard here. And quickly, just like that, we end up with a 5-0 ball game here early on. It's only the top half of inning number 1. So Rourke with a 2 RBI single, and now that brings up the 8-hole man and number 8, Jonas Sweeney. Still just 1 down here. Sweeney walked, drove in a run, hit by pitch across his time in game 1. And the Wolves have just absolutely jumped right out of the gates here early on in this one. 5-0. Keeping them honest over there at first. That one's hit left side. That one is trailing, but that will be a foul ball. So 8th batter of the inning here for the Wolves, who have just exploded onto the scene here. Brady Schulten trying to get out of it here with 1 down. He has a 2-2 count. Four hits in the inning for the Northwest Wolves. And again, we're starting to see here again something that we didn't see pretty much all of last year. Again, a little inconsistency with the pitching. Again, not a ton of it last year simply because you had Reese Rogge, Hunter Cook, along with Drew Owen there. You had 3 guys go deep into games. And, you just got to get guys to get back, to get into that swing of things here, which North Polk under Coach Oski will do. It's just a matter of when that will happen. And the first strikeout for Schulten of the game comes there as Sweeney will swing through that one.
Now batting the center fielder, number 23, Ryan Woodruff.
And now Ryan Woodruff stepping on up to the plate. His first time here in this doubleheader game. So we have 2 down, 0-1 count here. 5 runs have come on the heels of 4 hits for the Wolves. And you can tell that Coach Heinen's squad is absolutely ready to go. They've been ready to go from the get-go. And both these squads are, in fact, I should say that, make that pretty clear. Both these squads very much the top contenders here in their respective classes. It's been a battle. Again, in this series over the last 4 games, all even at 2 apiece. Now it's Waukee Northwest with that slight advantage taking game 1 here. So Waukee Northwest with the 3-2 advantage in this series. Schulten with a chance to get out of it here. 1-2 the count with 2 down. Runner taken off. That one is sent, and that will be into the gap, into left field. That split the shortstop and third baseman here, as Burke and Speaker couldn't grab that one into left field for Reinhardt, and now we have runners on first and second here. 1 strike away from ending this half of the inning, but Waukee Northwest now goes down and continues as they bat through the order here with a Woodruff single. Bunt attempt, but no go there. Wisely lays off of that one for ball 1. Jones, last time up in this inning, was hit by pitch, later came around to score 1 of 5 runs. Look to fire. That one sails a bit high. 2-0. That one's in there for a strike as we give you a look again at this team comparison here. Again, coming into this game, the series was tied 2-2. Number of 30-plus total base earners so far. Waukee Northwest brings back 4 of them, 2 for the North Polk Comets. And again, you saw how the season had ended for both teams in the state tournament. At a wonderful venue here, Love Riverfront Stadium. Great venue overall. They did a fantastic job with that. Can't wait to be back there. But again, here you take a look at some of the key players for both teams. Drew Owen, again, 74 total bases last year, 65 strikeouts thrown. Tanner Jackson, we've already seen him in today's doubleheader. Over 1,000 OPS, and rightfully so, earned that mark. 68 total bases, 20 extra base hits for him. He is one of several big key contributors for this Northwest squad. But again, both these programs are on great trajectories, have done fantastic work. And again, we saw them both at the state tournament last season. Again, Andrew Brown here helping to bring you all the action as we now draw the count full 3-2. Schulten and North Polk trying to get out of a turbulent top half of inning number 1. Batting through the order has gone Waukee Northwest. That one is sent to center field, but 2 steps back and caught by Drew Owen out there in center, and that will wrap things up. So 5 hits, push across 5 runs in that inning for the Wolves. They leave 2 on, and now it is time for the North Polk Comets to get their shot at grabbing a couple runs here. And they'll start off with Owen, Schulten, and Speaker when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events, we work at all the state events, and you know, you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool.
I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the broadcast. Andrew Brown, happy to be rocking it with you Friday style. We appreciate you coming along the ride with us. It was a 5-spot by the Wolves as they come out strong, but now it's the Comets getting their chance at it here as we get game 2, bottom of inning number 1 underway. And on the mound will be for the Wolves and Will Bowen. Will Bowen getting the chance to rock it here in his first start of the 2025 campaign. Last year, 36 innings pitched, 31 strikeouts, teams hitting .270 against him. And that one gets lifted up there into left center field. Drifting over towards center goes Kitzman as he will record the out along out number 1 near the warning track. As Drew Owen is set down, bringing up Brady Schulten to the plate.
Now batting the pitcher, number 4, Brady Schulten.
Again, we right now are at what will be officially Old Field for the Comets. Their new turf field will be, hopefully, in the next week or so, ready and rocking to go. Oh, we just have to wait and wait for the official word. But that field looking very nice. June 2nd, I'm getting told. The first game on the field. All right. June 2nd, and boy, you can guarantee we'll be back to see that venue and full display. Very well done, and of course, honestly, June 2nd will be the first game at the new and improved facility. Again, a lot of money put into that one, and it is strike number 3. As that'll set down Brady Schulten for the K, first of the game here for Bowen.
Number 16, Jack Speaker.
And now Jack Speaker stepping on up. And again, one thing that I love to see is when the community puts in all the financial support and beyond. And that's what they've done here at North Polk. What a fantastic venue that it will be for both baseball and then, of course, the other aspects of athletics here at North Polk, obviously top tier. So, again, June 2nd, we will try and we'll see where we're at June 2nd. But one thing is for sure, we are definitely coming back to North Polk to catch another game here. That's for sure. We got a 1-1 count in the meantime here to Jack Speaker with 2 down. And now looking at a 1-2 count here. Fouling it off, keeping it rocking here. Once again, we are live from North Polk. And a battle between the Waukee Northwest Wolves and the Comets of North Polk. And pulling the string on that one, got him to swing through. Out number 3. And 1, 2, 3 go the Comets. A nice start by Will Bowen out for Waukee Northwest as he sets them down. 2 strikeouts to end the inning. And now here we go. It might be a track meet here coming on up. We'll see where we go from there. But we continue on after this. We'll look to have a new pitcher on the mound here at Clark Smithy coming on up. Clark Smithy, number 9, he'll be doing the duties. And when we come back, we'll have more after this on the iBaseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, thanks for joining us. Andrew Brown here giving you the ball strikes, all the action from Game 2 of the Twin Bill between the Comets and the Wolves. And it's the number 2 hole man for the Wolves, Caden Kitzman, with his second at-bat in as many innings. Again, the Wolves put up 5 hits, 5 runs across that first inning. And they have that advantage here now with a 1-1 count on Kitzman. Kitzman, one of our players of the game for Game 1, he reached base offensively in every trip he came to the plate with, whether it be error or hit by pitch, but nonetheless, he made it happen. He also got the save, and he flies out to left field as Reinhardt will capture out number 1. So he was one of our players of the game, but of course, also you've got to go with the guy in Gain Brdovich, who, again, 7 strikeouts, allowed 3 hits. That was absolutely stellar out of him, our co-player of the game. Also, I will go ahead and add in Reed Miller, who had a fantastic fielding game, also an RBI at the plate as well. And now Tanner Jackson back up to the plate. RBI double his first time up. He got the scoring started. He'll swing a healthy hack through that one, but comes up empty here. 1-2 the count. Again, 1 down, nobody on. And the look from Smithy. That one goes too low in the dirt. Wisely lays that off at 2 apiece now. And there it is, dialed in. Smithy with his first strikeout of the game. Comes against a very talented hitter, so count yourself very, very, well, impressed, because that doesn't really happen a lot to Tanner Jackson as he gets set down for out number 2. So a quicker inning here in the second, and it's now Drew Fitzpatrick stepping on up to the plate. RBI single out of the lefty in his first time up. Hey, don't forget, make sure to check out all the great stuff we have going at IA Baseball on Rockfin, as that one is rocketed out there to left field. And that is how we wrap up the top half of the second. So with that, we now head on to the bottom half of inning number 2 after the 1-2-3 inning. And now it is Phillips, Ingle, and Glasgow when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to rock now. It is the bottom half of the inning. And appreciate you coming along for the ride. Again, Andrew Brown here helping you to rock a doubleheader here from North Polk High School. And up here, first to greet the pitcher in Bowen is Jacob Phillips. His first attempt here. He's looking at his team on a 5-0 deficit. A nice shot out there to Rourke, but Rourke cannot pick it up. That allows the runner to get past first, and now taking off to second. The throw will not be in time, so stretching out a single. And gets it all the way and now stands on second base. First hit of the ball game here for the Comets.
It's running number 3, Brady O'Banion.
So Brady O'Banion now stepping on to do the pitch running duties here with nobody down after Phillips drilled a double here. First hit of the ball game. Now the DH in Easton Engel up to the plate. And Will Bowen, 36 strikeouts a year prior. That one lifted out left field, but that will be a foul into the corner, strike one. So 0-1 the count. It's a 5-0 ball game. 6 combined hits here in this one. 5 for the Wolves, 1 so far for the Comets. Looking to add yet another onto that mark. Certainly a hit would go a long way here. Bowen looks, he fires down there. Nice job fouling it off here, Engel, who had a solid game in game 1 here of the Twin Bill. Had some great defensive plays that we'll be able to replay here for you. Great web gems, but also has some good performances with the bat as well. The 0-2, that one not quite in there, 1-2. Again, the Comets made it all the way to the state tournament final last year and were crowned state champions for the second time in program history. And they had quite the run to get through to get there. As that one's in the dirt, swung on, but they got to complete the play on the back end, and they do. Meanwhile, runner gets on over to third. So we do have an out exchange, so one down, runner in scoring position here. Now 3 Ks on the day here for Will Bowen, as Ben Glasgow stepping on up to the plate. That one dialed in nicely for the strike, 0-1. Little bit of precipitation coming on down, but not a ton. We're still rocking what is game 2 of the Twin Bill here. That one gets by, and a run coming on home. There will be no throw in time, and that will mean that the North Polk Comets get on the board here in this one, 5-1. So now Glasgow will look at a bases empty situation after Phillips driving a double. And the play not able to be made there, out there by Jones. Unfortunately, that one will send a runner onto the base pass as well for North Polk.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14, Bryce Burke.
And an error charge to the Wolves there as Bryce Burke steps on up to the plate. North Polk very much an aggressive team, regardless of where they're at or who they have personnel-wise. That one gets shot back here for strike one. So 6 combined hits, 5 of them from the Wolves, 1 for the Comets. It's a 5-1 game. 1 error so far between these two teams. Bowen with the hurl. And can't quite catch the zone there. It's now 1-1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Game 2. And now the hurl. That one tried to get him swinging. Brings it even 2-2. Again, game 1 went towards the Wolves of Waukee Northwest as they took it by what is now the score here in game 2, 5-1. And a swing through on that one will send out number 2 our way.
Now batting the left fielder.
And that quickly marks strikeout number 4 for Bowen as Brady Reinhardt stepping on up to the plate. Trying to continue on what has already been a 1-run inning for the Comets. A high heater comes up empty. That's strike 1. And in the meantime, runner makes his way on over to third. We have a runner in scoring, or second anyway, a runner in scoring position. That one sails up a bit high, making it ball 1. And a lot of storylines already this season here. And we're going to see really who ends up at the cream of the crop at the top. And right now, these two teams are very much looking like they're going to end up there as well. That's strike 2. And the Wolves end up again in under 5 years in existence right now, already have made 2 trips to the state tournament. That one on a hopper out there to third. Rourke with the pickup and the fire. Nicely done. That is a heck of a play here. Great web gem type of play. So from 5-3, Reinhardt gets thrown out. And with that, 1 run ends up coming across the board. As now, after 1 hit, we have a 5-1 ball game here and a chance for more to come. Hey, we do have more to come. In fact, when we come back, and when we do, it will be Hilgenberg, Stapleton, and Rourke for the Wolves right after this, right here on the IA Baseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hilgenberg starting things off here for the Wolves as we get rocking from North Polk High School. A 2-0 count here starts us off in the top half of inning number 3. Make it 3-0. Smithy on the mound here for the North Polk Comets. They're looking to catch an even split here of the series. It was already game 1 win for the Wolves, 5-1. And the Wolves struck early and hard, 5 runs in the top half of the first, batted through the order. And now that one, a nice line shot out there to right side. Glasgow will have a nice hop to it, and he'll catch it for out number 1.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Trey Stapleton.
Stapleton now up at the plate, getting his second chance here in this one. Last time up, flew out to center on a hard hit. Smithy with the hurl. That one shot out there into short. Picked up off the bounce. Speaker with the toss. Too high. That gets away, and that will allow a runner onto the base pass as Stapleton will reach base for the first time in this one.
Now batting the third baseman, number 6, Cam Rourke.
So error charged here towards the Comets. Now both teams with one apiece. And we have runner on first as Cam Rourke steps up to the plate. Last time up, he struck a 2-run single. It corners in here for the North Polk defense. Double play depth in the middle. Make sure to check out next week. We will have our updated team rankings reveals. That one shot right side, and that will be deemed foul ball. Back to where we go. Again, next week, our team rankings reveal, which will come your way on Monday, plus our high and tight show, which you'll be able to catch those rankings on. Again, high and tight will be come Monday. A chance to catch up with some big players in the game and just have some fun talking baseball. So high and tight coming your way every Monday as we go throughout the season. That one gets ripped right side and a diving catch out there in the outfield. That's what you call Supermaning it for the out. Drew Owen saves what could have been some dangerous play there. A nice play out there in center as that will pick up a loud out number 2. That's one you just got to tip your cap to. What a play. And now we're back at it with Jonas Sweeney stepping on up for the second time. Looking to avenge his strikeout back in his first at-bat. So 0-1 the count here. 2 down, and now the pitch. That one gets sent to center field, and that will be yet another out by Drew Owen as 2 straight flyouts to center will wrap up the half inning. So despite a runner onto the base pass, some heroics in the field have thwarted any chance of runners scoring. It's still a 5-1 margin for the Waukee Northwest Wolves as we will head in to the bottom half of the inning, and it will be 9-1-2, Fausch, Owen, and Schulten when we return right here on the iBaseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IHSAA.com.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects. From learning how to build relationships and healthy lifestyles,
And gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the bottom half of inning number 3 as we continue to rock on. Thanks again for tuning in to the broadcast here, brought to you by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. A chance for some great fine dining and just a great atmosphere. Make sure to check them out. They help to bring us this broadcast and every broadcast all the way through the state tournament. So make sure to check them out today at Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. Check them out online. Bowen Starting off strong here, strike one to begin the batter in Drew Fausch in his first time up here today in game 2, that is. Pitched hit in game 1. Right now, they find themselves on the disadvantage of a 5-1 mark. And takes a look at that one for ball 2. Again, the overall series between these two teams in favor of the Wolves, 3-2 after their game 1 win. But both these teams looking to get back to the state tournament here. North Polk Comets several times have made it back-to-back trips to the big dance. They're looking to extend from what they've already been doing. Again, whether it has been at Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City or, again, in Cedar Rapids, it doesn't matter. They have been all over the board. They've been back-to-back-to-back. They continue to go strong, and they will, as always, continue to go strong. So, again, make sure to check out what they got going there across. Again, whatever they're rocking at, I guess I should say, as that would go in for the strikeout and out number 1. Up there. So go in through on the other side of this building. There should be a big garage door. You can go through there. And that marks strikeout number 5 for Bowen on the day as we get the top of the lineup here in Drew Owen, who now looks at a 1-1 count. That one on a chopper out there to the pitcher. Bowen will pick up, and nice play. Made it look simple, and he gets out number 2 quick.
2-for-1 pizza at the concession stands.
Free food from the concession stand. Always got to love that. Make sure to check that out. If you're around the area, head on over. That one on a chopper out there. It finds no man's land, and that gets everybody to the ball, but nobody covering first. And that's how you make it. Brady Schulten helping out his cause there as he gets a single here, hit number 2 on the game here for North Polk.
Your attention, please. Bench runner number 18, Josh Flagg.
Josh Flagg now doing the running duties here.
16, Jack Speaker.
As Jack Speaker stepping on up to the plate, struck out his first time up. Would certainly love to get something rolling here, a 2-out rally with the Comets down 5-1. Rain starting to come down a little bit heavier here. Nicely, wisely laid off of that one. Some good break to that one here for Bowen. Again, Northwest made it to the state tournament in their first ever time as a school, as a program. And then a couple of years later, again, last year, I should say, made it back to the state tournament. They're looking for consecutive back-to-back trips. Again, last year kind of went through. Nobody, I don't think, was surprised by the Wolves. Certainly hard not to be. That one shot right in between second and first, and that will be the way we go station to station baseball. Runners now at first and second. And the second time in the ball game that the North Polk Comets have had a runner in scoring position.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Jacob Phillips.
So now Jacob Phillips stepping on up. He gets a chance to do something here. He had a ringing double his last time up, and later his position came around to score with the pitch runner there. So he helped to usher in the first run of the game for the Comets, that is. He swings that one out of play. Strike one. A little bit more precipitation coming on down here. That one gets him to swing through one in the dirt. Some good breaking action out of Will Bowen here today. Already 5 strikeouts on the day. He's had at least 2 in every inning so far. Would love to keep that streak rolling here, but North Polk coming out strong with 2 down. The look, the fire, the pitch. That one wisely laid off there. 1-2 here the count. As we look at schedules coming on up here, the 1-2. Makes it 2-2 here. Again, schedules looking up. Waukee Northwest will be at home for their home opener next time up on the 27th. They'll take on Des Moines Lincoln in a doubleheader. And for the North Polk Comets, they will be traveling to Carlisle on the 28th. In a battle there from under the lights at 7 p.m. And now can't find the ball behind us, and the run's coming on back to score. Ball got away from Sweeney, couldn't quite find it or locate it. And in the end, that ends up costing them a run, as now it's a 5-2 ball game in favor of the Wolves. So a full count is had here to the number 4 hole man, and Jacob Phillips already with a double under his belt. Runner on third, 1 home. And that one's fouled back my way. And I missed it. I had a shot at it. Coach wouldn't be too happy with that play. I did not field that well. The full count. That one too far, low and away. That would make it a ball 4, and runners now on the corners here for the Comets, who are now threatening.
Your attention, please. Courtesy runner, number 3, Brady O'Banion.
Bodie O'Banion back on to do the running duties here at first. Again, a speedster out there looking to try and get some action going here. Can't be too aggressive here with 2 down, but nonetheless, they have picked up a couple hits here. Runners in scoring position, and now with Engel on board, a chance to drive in something. Engel takes a look at ball 1 in the dirt. Engel struck out his last time up. Would certainly like to add something here to the mix. As coach coming on out here to have a little conversation with Bowen. Certainly, again, kind of a, once again, a broken record here, but coming out to kind of calm down, talk about it, go over it a little bit. Again, you can kind of see that there. Certainly, as we zoom in here, this is certainly one of those where you can't get too overworked up. You know, in the end, yes, they've gotten a couple runs back, but if you're Bowen right now, you've still been going pretty strong. It's just a team like North Polk is going to find a way to get on base. They're going to find a way to hit. That's just what a Coach Oski-led team will do. So in the end, you can't really take it as not doing well in the grand scheme, but more as, hey, you know what? This is a North Polk team that we knew would come out hot at some point, and you know what? They're finding their stride here in the bottom of the third. So conversation over, runners on the corners. Engel look at a 1-0 count. And the fire, that one gets by him, and Schulten will come on home to make this a 2-run game. So Ingle will now look at a 2-0 count with a runner at second, and now they have cut this lead down to 2 for the Wolves. It's 5-3. That one goes too far inside, and Bowen, for the first time here, will have a hit by pitch, as Ingle will make his way onto the base pass here. Once again, we have 2 runners on, and man, the 2-out rally has been rocking here.
Now batting the first baseman,
The inning started with 2 outs, a strikeout and a ground out, and since then, 2 singles, a walk, hit by pitch, and some wild pitches have helped aid in what is now a 3-run inning here for the Comets. That one falling too far outside, ball 1. There are 2 down here in this one. Runners on first and second. Ingle stands on first after being hit by pitch. One with the look to fire. That one gets sent right above the dugout. A screamer at that one. And in the end, a 1-1 count. Hey, make sure to catch up. Give us your players, your performances of the week. Hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com, your performances of the week, and you could win. Again, we'll try and give out some prizes for those who are our winners for performance of the week. And you'll get on our show high and tight, and you'll be highlighted across social media. So if you know of a player or somebody who is worthy, make sure to hit us up and tag us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, as well as hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com.
For the Wolves, Woodruff, Jones, and Kitzman.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, a couple runs cross the plate here for the North Polk Comets. They cut the lead down to just 2, and it'll be time for the Waukee Northwest Wolves to try and get back at it. It'll be Woodruff, Jones, and Kitzman when we return here on the IA Baseball Network.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects, from learning how to build relationships and healthy lifestyles,
And gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Ryan Woodruff.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Woodruff is kicking off our top half of inning number 4, so appreciate you coming along and joining us here in this one. It was a 5-0 advantage after 1 inning for the visiting Northwest Wolves, and since then 3 unanswered here for the Comets have given us a 5-3 ball game up to this point, and that one shot right into the shortstop, right off the chest of Jones, unable to come through with that. Off the speaker, unable to come up with that one, as that was just a hard hit ball, but unfortunately labeled an error here as Woodruff reaches for the first time or second time here in this one. That one, foul ball, gets it back with an 0-1 count here to the plate. Again, Ryan Woodruff with a shot out there to short, but unable to come up with it cleanly as speaker, and that allows him to get on to the base pass, and now the corners are in for the North Polk defense. Double play depth up the middle, as the top of the lineup in Chase Jones gets rolling with a 1-1 count. Now the runner taken off to second. There will be a throw, but that will be too high and too late. A stolen base credited to Woodruff. First for the Wolves in this game, as they now stand with a runner on second and a chance to add to their 5-3 lead. Here's the pitch. That one too far outside, brings it 2-1. 3-1, excuse me. 8 combined hits, 5 for the Wolves, 3 for the Comets. And that one will be ball 4. Take the base, and now we have runners on first and second here for the Wolves. And 8 combined runs, 8 combined hits, 3 combined errors in this one. As Coach Zosky will come out onto the field and have a little conversation here. Gives us the time once again to mention that this broadcast and all the camera angles brought to you by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois, helping to give our season kickoff coming on up here in a few weeks a chance for us to really have just a highlight, talk about some storylines in the game, and again, gets a look. This will be in at E1 Sports Complex in Dubuque. Great facility, and so we urge you to kind of catch us there. We'll get the chance to talk with some prominent players in the area and some guys who will just make a big impact on the 2025 season. So a chance for you to catch up on what we're doing, and again, add to some storylines. Hit us up, iabaseball1 at gmail.com. Again, iabaseball1 at gmail.com. A chance for you to add to what we're doing. Again, to put your voice into the mix. We would love to hear that. Again, that will be coming your way coming up in just a few weeks. Now, the infield is in on the corners. Keeping them honest over there. Again, that was more or less a strategic play here by Coach Zosky saying, hey, you know what? Here's what we're looking at, what we got to do. It's obvious that they do not want to concede anything short. And Kitzman up, shows bunt. Now the fire down to first. Nicely done out there by Glasgow, keeping that one in front of him. But man, you got to appreciate the aggressiveness behind the plate from Phillips. Certainly is very capable. Keeps him honest there because Jones is a guy you really have to keep on track of. And the bunt attempt laid down and a nice play. Oh my goodness, we just talked about Phillips. That's what you call Supermaning it out again. Lay it out for the catch. Wow.
Now batting the left fielder, number 3, Tanner Jackson.
That was a heck of a play. The 2 unassisted mark now gives us 1 out here with 2 runners on. Now Tanner Jackson stepping on up has an RBI double and a strikeout under his belt so far. Again, make sure to catch up our High and Tight program every Monday as we recap updated team rankings and positional rankings as well. That one gets hit up high. That one will be right center field. That will be going. And Drew Owen will camp out under that. And the throw is just enough on line to keep things where they are. And that is a nice loud out number 2. And now with that, that'll bring up Drew Fitzpatrick to the plate.
Now batting the first baseman, number 13, Drew Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick so far, 1 for 2, an RBI single back in the first, also has flown out. The lefty would sure love to connect here. It's a 5-3 ball game. We're here in top half of inning number 4. Make sure to give us your comments, thoughts, and more. Anything you want to hear, anything you're missing from the broadcast, hey, let us know. We always want to improve your experience with what we've got going on here. And it's a 5-3 ball game. 5 unanswered to start for the Wolves, 3 unanswered to continue for the Comets. As that one gets shot up above my head, out of play. An 0-2 count here with 2 down. Again, the Wolves put up 5 to begin with in the top half of the first inning. That's where all 5 of their hits and runs have come from. Since then, up until this inning, they haven't really been able to muster up much. In fact, so far they haven't had any additional hits on top of that. That one laced in between third and short. We get one runner coming around home. There will be a throw, a hesitation there, and now the throw will get him. Nice play. Coach Zosky with some energy there. The throw from left froze him. Wow, that was fun to watch. That was absolutely fun to watch, and that thwarted what could have been some more offensive runs here for the Wolves. In the end, we remain at a 5-3 ball game. Wow. That was really fun to watch, and I hope you enjoyed that as well. We now will head on over to the bottom half of the inning. Burke, Reinhardt, and Fausch will get us rolling when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects, from learning how to build relationships and healthy lifestyles,
And gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Want to remind you here, ladies and gentlemen, that you can catch up on everything we've got rocking beyond what we've got this game at. We've got High and Tight as well, with team ranking reveals, position ranking reveals, and a whole lot more right here on the IA Sports YouTube page. Make sure to check that out every single week. Get engaged, get involved, hit us up, IABaseball, the number 1 at gmail.com. A chance for you to add to that. By the way, continue to hit us up on the social media scene. We love to see your highlights. We'd love to see everything. Give us all that you got so that we can highlight these great players, coaches, and even umpires that make this game so great here in the state of Iowa. And we continue rocking on once again here, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started here. A swing through by Bryce Burke. Unable to connect there, and we start with strike 1 here. But Will Bowen back out on the mound here for the Wolves with a 5-3 advantage. That one's hit up high. That's a cleanup that will find its way out of the fence line. That'll be strike 2. Again, we have seen energy, and more energy from both of these teams. That's what makes this really fun. We saw that the last half inning. Some great arms in the field. I mean, both these teams, great fielding-wise. That's on a 2-hopper to Jones. The pick fire across the diamond. Couldn't connect on the other end as Fitzpatrick lets that one go, and that will be another error charge to the Wolves. And that will put a runner on to second, and once again, in scoring position for the Comets. So another error charge to Waukee Northwest. We are making sure that we get everything right, connected, and we are. So the runner is on second.
Now batting the left fielder, number 2, Brady Reinhardt.
So the error will now bring up Brady Reinhardt to the plate. Last time up, he grounded out. That one gets hit up high, out, and that will be foul for strike 1. So with nobody out here, really, there's a lot of options. You could go the small ball route if you wanted to. Certainly any part of the field is in play. So that's kind of where you want. You want this kind of position, a guy in scoring position, and you have the right to go wherever you want, especially as a coach and a player. Although right now, with two strikes, you may not end up going back to the bunt. We'll have to see end up where Coach Oski looks to go with this one. But in the end, you kind of limit where, again, necessarily you can rock it there. The pitch, and that one's right up in there. Jones gets the pick and fires over there to first, gets the connection over there at first. So Reinhardt with the 6-3 ground out will get out number 1 onto the board. Meanwhile, runner does come around to get into scoring position. That one in the dirt. Wisely lays off here for ball 2. So the 2-0 count here. It's a 5-3 ball game. Runner on third. North Polk trying to answer here. It's been a back and forth battle here. 5 runs, 5 hits from the Wolves in the first inning. And since then, 3 hits. And have produced 3 runs for the Comets since then. There have been 4 combined errors in this game. And now ball gets away, and the runner headed back. He'll head back to the dugout, making it a 1-run ball game. It is now 5-4. So the wild throw ends up giving the Comets an inch closer here. Now 5-4 is our advantage for the Wolves. And that one right back at Cam Rourke. He didn't have to move. That's what we like to call an atom ball, as Fausch will be set down for out number 2.
Back to the top of the order for the Comets. The center fielder, number 1.
And, of course, with that, it now brings up the top of the lineup here. Drew Owen looking for his first hit of the ball game. So far, 0 for 2 offensively, but seems like 1,000 for 1,000 in the field. That one fouled back here for strike 1. That next one in the dirt here. 1-1 here the count. Make it 1-2 here with the strike. So 4 runs have crossed the plate here for the Comets, 5 for the Wolves. It has been 4 unanswered runs for North Polk. That one, a chopper right side foul. We keep it at 1-2. Make sure to check out where we're going across the next week. Make sure to keep it right here across IA socials. Again, IA Baseball on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Chance for you to connect with us in many different ways. All you got to do, hit us up, give us a performance of the week candidate, and more. Make sure to check that out. And again, you could be on IA Baseball's High and Tight, as that one is swung through, and Will Bowen will pick up his 6th strikeout of the game. A big strikeout at that, but after all that's said and done, North Polk still inches closer as they pick up a run on a wild pitch, the second such run that they've been able to produce that way, and we continue on from here. It's a 5-4 ball game. We're coming back after this on the IA Baseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, appreciate you coming along for the ride. Thank you, as always, for making this a part of your day. It is a 5-4 ball game here as we get our scoreboard updated. Again, it's been 4 unanswered runs here for the Comets as that one's hit up high. That one will be a blooper out there in the left center field. As again, starting off, the leadoff hitter, Hildegenberg, will record his 2nd hit of the game. That makes him 2 for 3 on the day, as now we bring up Trey Stapleton to the plate. So far, has reached via error and flown out to center. So once again, check out all the highlights that IA Sports has for you as you head on to the state track meet. Again, we're there every day catching all kinds of great content for you. Make sure to check that out, again, across the IA Social brand. And again, right here on IA Sports YouTube page. The 1-0 count here. Stapleton up. Smithy on the mound here for the Comets. Again, a 5-1 winner, the Wolves, in Game 1. Game 2 has been a kind of an early start for the Wolves, but it has since been North Polk to come back strong. That one too far out of the zone makes it 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. So 6 hits for the Wolves, 3 for the Comets. There have been 2 pass balls for Northwest that has allowed 2 Comet runs, and such we have made it now a 5-4 ball game. If North Polk comes back to win this one, that would even up the series at 3 games apiece. Right now, the advantage is the Wolves 3-2. The pitch, that one could not quite find the zone there. That's ball 4. That puts runners now at 1st and 2nd here with nobody down. Correction, 3-2 the count. That one gets laced out there into left center field. That will go to the wall. That will allow a runner coming around the corners. He'll slide into third. The tag applied. It is good. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some cannons in the outfield. What a play. What a tag. It's hard to be a Wolf on the base pass here in game 2. So Stapleton with the hit. He moves all around the base pass to get on to second. That one's hit out foul for strike 1. But heck of a play out there in left. What a dart. There's been a lot of great defensive plays here in this game, which in the end isn't necessarily surprising given the pedigree of both of these teams. They have been on fire, on point. We have a 5-4 ball game, 10 combined hits, 7 of them belonging to the Wolves, 3 belonging to the Comets. 2 strikes, 1 down. Work up at the plate, and he will make his way now onto the base pass as that pitch goes wild.
Now batting the catcher, number 8, Jonah Sweeney.
So now with 2 runners onto the base pass, Jonah Sweeney stepping up to the plate. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Now, again, as you take a look at this game so far, it has truly been a heck of a start for the Wolves, and it's been since a really huge push for the Comets. They have been absolutely on fire, and it's a lot to do defensively with holding off what the Wolves have been doing. Sweeney, again, looking for his first hit here in game 2. That one gets away from Phillips behind the plate. There will be no throw as runners advance now to second and third with 1 down. Now we will have the infield coming on in here with no balls, 1 strike to the 8-hole man in Jonah Sweeney. Everybody near the grass here. In fact, everybody is on the grass for the North Polk defense. Stapleton now stands at third. Rourke stands on second. Sweeney at the plate. The 1-1, that one gets hit up high. That will be playable out there in left, coming on, and he will in fact find the infield on that one. What a run for Reinhardt. He has been on fire today. Really, the entire outfield has been on point. He traveled all the way into the infield to catch that one for a loud out number 2. So still with runners on second and third. The number 9-hole man in Ryan Woodruff stepping up to the plate. Reached via error his last time up and stole a base. Effectively 1 for 1 on the day with a single back in the first. That one unable to find the zone here. 2-0 the count. Again, this has been, ever since the first inning, it has been really a back and forth. Both teams defensively have really showcased a lot here. This is a game that could honestly be double digits by now, to be honest, for both teams. But there has been a lot of great glove play here today, a lot of great hustle. This is what you want to see in a game here, especially on a Friday night. Get me over strike keeps the at-bat alive. 3 balls, 1 strike. Smithy now into his 3rd inning of work has been fairly good coming in out of the pen. Has done Omen's work and keeping this Wolf squad at bay. That one gets hit high, and that one sends it out there, but that'll be foul ball. Straighten that one up. That might have a little bit more to it, and that might be sending 3 runs home. Instead, we now drop it to a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Look, the fire. That one is in there. Count it, the low and outside strike to set him down. And there you go. Strikeout number 2 for Smithy. What a game for him, coming in and holding this Wolves squad scoreless since he has come in on the mound. Wow, great defense, good pitching. The Comets hanging in this one as we now turn the tides. We now take a look at the bottom of inning number 5. Then for North Polk, that means 2, 3, and 4 when we come back up after this here on the iBaseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud
I love doing it. We go to all the state events, we work at all the state events, and you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Brown here, giving you all the action from North Polk High School. One of the final days of this in particular field for the Comets. June 2nd is the home opener of the new field. That's pristine, and oh boy, I got the chance to see it on the way in. Oh, we're coming back to that one. I can guarantee you that. In the meantime here, we get rocking. Numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. Schulten kicking things off as we get rocking here. And we got Clark Smithy getting the chance as he will get up to bat for the first time. Swings through that one in his first at bat here as we rock the bottom half of inning number 5. The pitch, and that one, swing through that one. Got him guessing on that. As we have Jack Vineyard in to pitch here. A lefty matchup here for you for the Wolves. And that one not quite in there, ball 1. The 1-2 count, the delivery. That one too far out and away. It evens it up here at 2 apiece. Again, our game timeline brought to you by Insulites at insulites.com. Check them out today for all you electric fence owners out there. That one swung on strike 3, and that will be out number 1. So the timeline as it sits right now, we have had 5 runs in the top half of the first off 5 hits for Northwest. Since then, it has been North Polk as they brought 1 run in the second. And then they have just kept adding on from there as they continue on. Is now Jack Speaker up to the plate. So again, from there, you had 1 run in the second, 2 runs in the third, and then you keep adding from that as we now have a 5-4 advantage here. Again, what was 5-0, now 5-4. North Polk has stormed back, and both of these teams have flashed the leather every which way they could. So make that correction. 1 run in the second, 3 runs in the third here for the Comets. And that is what has given us our timeline, brought to you by RDA Financial and Insulites. Vineyard with the toss. That one, just enough a piece of that to keep the at-bat alive. Again, Speaker so far, 1 for 2, singled back in the third, also has a strikeout under his belt, but would love to add another hit to his column here. A 3-2, just enough of that. Just enough to keep the at-bat alive and rolling. Here from North Polk, this series, since it began here a couple of years ago, all knotted up coming into this doubleheader. That one gets shot right side. That's tailing off, and it will not find fair territory. We'll be back at it with a full count. Again, bringing you your timeline of the game, brought to you by Insulites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. I urge you, have to check them out today. No longer need to shock yourself to test if your fence is working. You can see it from the comfort of your own home by checking out Insulites today. Insulites, INSULIGHTS.com. And a strikeout there, second in a row from Vineyard as he comes in and gives us 2 strikes. So 2 quick outs thanks to Vineyard. And now we continue on with Jacob Phillips up to the plate. Productive game from him, 1 for 1 with a walk. He doubled back in inning number 2 and later came around to score. Since then, scoring-wise, it's been all North Polk, but in the hit total, it is Waukee Northwest that leads that advantage 7-3. Got some action warming up here for the bullpen here for North Polk. Again, the advantage in this series has gone to the Wolves thanks to their Game 1 win by a 5-1 margin.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 44, Easton Engel.
And now Easton Engel will come on up to the plate here.
Attention please, pinch running for the Comets, number 3, Brady O'Banion.
And Bodie O'Banion rocking the base pass once more. He's been pretty effective, and I can see why they like to use him a lot as, again, Engel steps on up to the plate here with 2 down. Takes a look, strike 1 to begin the at-bat. Two premier coaching staffs in the league here. Coach Soski, obviously one of the better coaches, legendary state caliber kind of coach. And of course, Coach Heinen for the Waukee Northwest Wolves, getting the chance to again continue on what is honestly a good legacy for him. That one shot left side. Nice pickup, nice stop here at third. But Cam Rourke's only option is to eat it there. In the end, that definitely, in my book, goes down as a hit. That was a hard play to make. But in the end, Engel gets his first hit of the ball game, second trip onto the base pass. And now, once again, a 2-out rally happening here for the North Polk Comets as Glasgow coming right back up to the plate. looking to reach base for the second time, but looking for his first hit of the ball game. No go on that one here for ball one, 1-0 the count. Again, 2 pass balls and some timely hitting for North Polk have given them a 4-run mark here in this game. And they were down 5-0 at one point, again, right out of the gates. So it looked like things may be a little dim, but again, you can never count out a North Polk squad. And they have shown why right here in this game. That one on a 2-hopper out there to first, and that'll be Fitzpatrick to end the half inning and the North Polk threat. So with that, despite some runners onto the base pass, despite a hit, a walk, not much going on the scoreboard here for the Comets, although they do pick up one more hit and keep on threatening. We're going to go ahead now, and it'll be time to give you inning number 6. Smithy looks to be back out on the mound for the Comets, looking to continue to dial it up. When we come back for the Wolves, we'll get the bottom and top of the order right after this here on the iBaseball Network.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events, we work at all the state events, and you know, you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back here. It is the one, the only Chase Jones kicking off the top half of inning number 6, the top of the lineup for the Wolves. Threatening a little bunt action here early on. That one gets hit up high. That will be drifting, tailing towards the line. Coming on, though, will be the right fielder and Fausch, as he will grab out number 1, and a big one at that. I mean, that alone takes out the speed onto the base pass here that Waukee Northwest has really enjoyed throughout the majority of both of these games right now. So the pressure once again off, and, you know, kudos to Smithy on the mound, continuing to do well and getting a lot of swings popping on up here. As we now have Caden Kitzman, one of the players of the game across game 1 of this doubleheader. So far, he has been hit by a pitch, grounded out, and lined out. That one sails a bit high on him, making it to the 2-1 our count. Both of these teams not quite, as that one gets shot out there, and a big pick and fire from third. Nice throw from Burke, but unable to connect it on the other end. Now the throw to second. The tag not applied in time. And that is how you take advantage. Kitzman rounding first, gets on over to second after the single and puts him in scoring position here with one down.
Number 3, Tanner Jackson.
So the error takes away what would have been an out, and instead that flips on over to a runner in scoring position here for the Wolves. As now a big, dangerous threat, Tanner Jackson stepping up to the plate. Already with the run driven in this game. Although I can't get enough of what Smithy is doing on the mound right now for North Polk. Honestly, he has come in after a kind of a turbulent start from the starter here in Schulten. He has been doing Omen's work. You know, there's been a couple hits, but he hasn't allowed big hits, I should say. Hasn't allowed devastating hits, I should say. So, again, kudos to what Smithy has done on the mound here in relief for North Polk. In the meantime, though, Waukee Northwest still leads the hit count 7-4. And they do lead this game 5-4 in the run column. Heard a lot of groans on that one. That looked to be in there, but no go, says Blue behind the dish. And now we have a 3-1 count here to the home run threat in Jackson. That one streaked left side, but that is on the wrong end of the chalk line here. We now bring it full at 3-2. Again, it was a very big pleasure just to see what Jackson did in the state tournament game last year. Parked one over the left field fence, and that's a professional stadium that he hit that one out of. So that was fun to watch for us. As of now, though, count it, another strikeout here for Smithy. It's a Smith on the mound right there. And he picks up yet another strikeout here. Mark it his third K of the game. Wow, he has been doing some great work there. That one gets shot up high, and that one's drifting towards the light pole foul. 0-1 the count. I mean, right now, there have been a lot of good plays here. A lot of good plays. I mean, right now, you're looking at least 4 or 5 guys in the running for player of the game right now. And, you know, both teams equally splitting that mark, including on the mound here in Smithy, who has, again, provided great work out of the pen. So the 1-1 count with 2 down. The Wolves trying to add on to their 5-run first inning mark. That one dialed on in there for a 2-strike count. The fire, and that one's too low in the dirt. Wisely lays off and brings us doubles wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. A runner on second base. And you got Fitzpatrick now looking for his 3rd hit of the game. That one gets sent left side. That tails foul. So 2-2, 2 down. Here's the pitch from Smithy. That one gets shot right up the middle. Nice diving stop there by Speaker. The throw. Yay, he got him. Speaker with a nice diving stop. That's been asterisks in the scorebook because we need to replay that one again. Wow. Defensively, North Polk not letting up. What a play. Man, this has been a great doubleheader to be at, and I hope you've enjoyed it along with me. We have more coming on up when we come back right after this here on the iBaseball Network.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events, and you know, you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Brown, happy to be with you. This is game 2 of the doubleheader here, and we get rocking with Bryce Burke so far as we kick off the bottom half of inning number 6. And we do so with strike 1. Burke so far has struck out and reached via error. Has also had some really good plays here at third, as that one gets shot outside, and that'll be strike number 2. Again, all of this without a big bat and a big member of the lineup here, Chase Fielen, who went down with an injury following a diving attempt in game 1. They have not had him here for game 2, as that arm looked to be kind of tender as he walked off the field earlier. So, I mean, hopes and prayers with him, making sure hopefully nothing is serious. Hopefully he's back at it. The 1-2 count now swung on. The tag is applied. It's another strikeout, make that 3 for Vineyard coming in relief. As much as I talk about Smithy on the other end, Vineyard has come in and done a solid job in relief of Will Bowen, who ended up with 6 strikeouts himself in the game. So pitching-wise, the Wolves have been just as strong. Up next, Brady Reinhardt is 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts up to this point. Would sure love to get something rolling here with 1 down. The pitch, that one gets shot up high. That will be out of play. So I will say that Vineyard has come in and been pretty solid. He's gotten foul ball swings, quick 0-2 counts as he's come in, and that's why he already has 3 strikeouts through less than 2 innings at this point. That one laced out there, and the atom ball finds Jones's glove. That's where you just go, man, tip of the cap, but it still stings, maybe even a little bit more, as that was a rocket off the bat of Reinhardt. And in the scorebook, it goes L6 for the lineout. And now we bring up Drew Fausch to the plate. The right fielder has struck out and lined out in 2 trips. Again, the timeline brought to you by Insolites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can put onto any electric fence out there, onto almost any type of post. You'll be solid. Hey, you can see that guy from up to half a mile or more away. It's the LED flashing insulated light that you need to have. No need to shock yourself anymore to test your fence. Head on over to Insolights. That's INSULIGHTS.com. And again, the storyline here for the 2-1 count. It now brings it even 2-2. It was all 5 of Northwest's runs in the first inning off of 5 hits. Since then, 2 hits, no runs. And it's been a mounting comeback here by North Polk, as they have put up 1 run in the second, 3 in the third. And that has helped them inch even closer here. It is a 1-run ball game as we head deep into this one. And a half-hearted swing there gets strikeout number 4 for Vineyard, as now we have wrapped up inning number 6. And just like that, despite it seemingly starting 2 minutes ago, we are about wrapping up with this game. And now Northwest, their final time to try and add to what is a 1-run lead when we come back right here on the IA Baseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field. and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back into the broadcast here. Jack Hillenberg getting the chance to start off the inning here with Smithy back on the mound for the Comets. Oh, 1 the count here. Hillenberg so far has an RBI double, a single, and is 2 for 3 on the day. You know, I would say that this is not only beneficial but needed here for the Wolves as they look to try and get a sweep here today, because both of these teams have been solid offensively. Again, 7 hits for the Wolves, 4 for the Comets, but you know, defensively it's going to be hard, as it has been this entire game. I mean, I would arguably put up multiple plays from this game alone into SportsCenter Top 10. Hilgenberg with the 1-2 look. He'll lay off of that one here, evens it up 2 apiece. 7 hits for the Wolves, 4 for the Comets. The Comets have suffered 3 errors to 1 for Waukee Northwest. We have drawn the count here full. Smithy has come in to work here. Came in the second inning and has been just as effective as ever. He has not allowed a run. He's allowed a couple hits so far, but it has been pretty solid work. Meanwhile, Waukee Northwest offense keep knocking on the door, and that one wisely laid off. And we have a runner onto the base pass for the 3rd time in this game with nobody out.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Trey Stapleton.
Stapleton now back up to the plate. So far has flown out, reached on an error, and singled. Wolves looking to remain undefeated here on the season. The throw down to first. Nice attempt there, but unfortunately comes up empty. So from the very place that gave us the Comet Water Tower a few years ago, North Polk High School, soon to have a brand new venue for the baseball team. And the defense playing on up there. Waukee Northwest, again, is aggressive wherever it counts, whether it's in the bunting, swinging away. This is a squad, Coach Heinen's team has been proven time and time again, whether he's been at Urbandale or beyond. This has been a very fun program to watch under his lineage. And the swing through, searching for over the fence kind of a swing, comes up empty. Once again, we have been in a heck of a game here. Defensive battle, bunt attempt laid down. The pop-up, that will find its way, but it'll find its way on the wrong side of the chalk line there. Brings it even 2-2 and effectively takes away the bunt attempt. Unless they're very certain that they could get another bunt laid down. Runner on first. Hilgenberg stands ready, and that swing comes up empty. And with that, sets him down on the strikeout.
Number 6, Cameron Rourke.
Make that 4 Ks on the night here for Smithy in relief. And now Cam Rourke stepping on up to the plate. He is effectively 1 for 2, has singled, drove in 2 runs. And he has also been hit by pitch. Fouls that one out and away for strike 1. So 0 for 1, 0 and 1 to count. Cam Rourke, the lefty, looking to try and add to what has been a slowly diminishing lead throughout the course of this game. Again, it was Northwest to start 5-0. Since then, it's now 5-4. That one's too far up, and the heater comes up empty now, 1-1. Look from Smithy, now the hurl. That one gets hit high. That one's traveling back. That one's to the warning track, but that'll be Owen to camp out under that and capture out number 2.
Now batting the catcher, number 8, Jonah Sweeney.
Now Jonah Sweeney stepping on up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 right now. Struck out and 2 flyouts. Got to say, Smithy has given not a lot of clean hits, if any, not a lot of clean contact, I should say, as that one also gets hit up high. That one's drifting, and a diving attempt, no go in shallow center field, as that one, nice attempt by Drew Owen, but could not come up with that one.
Now batting the center fielder, number 23, Ryan Woodruff.
So the single by Sweeney, his first of the game, brings up Ryan Woodruff to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He has a single back in the first. He reached base via error back in the 4th. He shoots that one foul, 0-1. So highlights from this game will be captured across social media, and you can always relive both of these games in their entirety right here on the IA Sports YouTube page. Making him pull the string a little early there. Wow. Some good work. So from the 0-2 count, here's the pitch. Staying alive as he's keeping up with the at-bat with 2 runners on first and second for the Wolves. Again, the inning started with a walk, followed by a strikeout, flyout, and a single. And that's where we stand right now, number 9 in the batting order for the Wolves. Here's the pitch. That one gets set foul. Not a lot of clean barrels being met here. I mean, both sides. There has been just, well, I shouldn't say just, 12 combined hits in a defensive gem of a game. Now the pitch. That one looked close, but not in it, says Blue behind the dish, and that will be a 1-2 count. Look to fire that one. Hey, there you go. Bring out that excitement, guys. Show them what you're excited about. That is a heck of a strikeout there. 5 Ks on the night for Smithy in relief. He came back in the second and has not looked back. Wow, what a tool he has been. What an absolute asset that he has been to this Comet squad, as now we head in to the do or die bottom of inning number 7. But before we go on that, I want to say appreciate everybody for tuning in and giving their thoughts, comments, and more. I really appreciate coming along for the ride on this one. As always, we thank you for, again, all comments, thoughts, and videos and photos. Give us your photos, give us your videos. We want to see them, and we want to collaborate with you. Hit us up on Instagram, and we can collaborate in any way, shape, or form, as long as it is clean music. That's for sure. But again, hit us up. We want to hear from you, and make sure Monday, catch up on our High and Tight program. Get your questions in. Just get your thoughts in. Hit us up, IABaseball, the number 1, at gmail.com. Again, as we take a look at this squad, once again, I'll bring up on here, IABaseball, the number 1, at gmail.com. Make sure to get rocking there. Help us out. Help you. And again, as we continue to rock along here, thanks again. And hey, one thing I would ask as we go through, make sure to, anything that goes on, let us know. Any updates, we'd love to hear score updates from you guys. Anything, especially whether it's in conference or even out of conference, let us know. We'd love to hear. So let's buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It's a race to the finish line. It is North Polk having stormed back from a 5-0 deficit, but we got Vineyard back on the mound for Waukee Northwest. And it's Drew Owen is starting his at-bat with ball 1 up and away. That one had Coach Oskio laying out of danger there. And a nice swing through on that 1-1 count, but unfortunately couldn't connect there. And again, we have up on the mound right now, new pitcher actually in Drew Fitzpatrick. He's coming on in, the lefty, looking to try and shut things down here and grab the save. Now the pitch from Fitzpatrick, that's too far low in the dirt. Now we bring it all the way full at 3-2. Fitzpatrick last year, limited action, 3 innings, put up 4 strikeouts. Only teams only had 1 hit against him in that time. So the full count, nobody out. Drew Owen, the leadoff man for the Comets. That one, a chopper out there. Cam Rourke with the pick. The fire from the grass gets him. Nice play on the run. And he captures out number 1, and now just 2 outs away from a sweep here from North Polk. Brady Schulten back up at the plate here. So far in the number 2 hole, 2 strikeouts, but it has had a single to his credit. A lefty-lefty matchup results in strike 1. 12 combined hits, 8 of them coming from the Wolves, 4 of them coming from the Comets, who would love to add some more here. And that one gets them for strike 3. The tag out officially gets there. Now the Comets are looking down to their final out here, which honestly hasn't been a terrible time for them, because with 2 outs, that's when they've scored most of their runs here in this game. They have been 2-out warriors here in both the first and second games here today. And it's Jack Speaker. Takes a look at ball 1. Make sure to check out, for all you electric fence owners out there, Insolites. Head on over to insolites.com. That one gets hit up high, and that may be doing it. Coming on down into the glove of Cam Rourke. And ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up game number 2. 5-4 is our ball game. 8 hits for the Wolves, 4 for the North Polk Comets. And they will fall in this one here. Despite a valiant comeback here for North Polk, they now drop to 1-2 on the season. Meanwhile, for the Waukee Northwest Wolves, they improved their mark now to 2-0 after they take the sweep here. And now as we take a look, we'll take a look at the road ahead for both teams, brought to you by RDA Financial. Make sure to check them out today at rdafinancial.com. RDA Financial helping you drive forward both with finance and with community involvement. They are all around. They're helping out your community, helping going through a lot of great things, helping to make sure that things run smoothly in every facet of life. So again, we take a look at the road ahead for both squads, brought to you by RDA Financial. And for the Waukee Northwest Wolves, next up for them will be a May 27th battle, doubleheader action at home with their home opener against Des Moines Lincoln. Then they will follow that up the very next day with a doubleheader right back at home with ADM. And that will be followed by a road doubleheader against Dowling Catholic on the 30th to wrap up the month of May. Meanwhile, the rest of May for the North Polk Comets will look like this. On the 28th, a road trip to Carlisle under the lights, followed by a home battle against Norwalk on the 29th, and then a road trip to Hampton Dumont Cal on the 30th to wrap up the month of May. Once again, as we bring you back and give you the overall look here, the final stat line from the game brought to you by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. 5 runs for the victorious Waukee Northwest Wolves. 4 runs for the North Polk Comets. The Wolves put up 8 hits, 5 of those coming in the very first inning. And with the addition of 2 wild pitches to score 2 runs, North Polk stormed back using some great base running, some timely hitting, and they put up 4 total hits in this game. Error-wise, not a completely clean game. 3 errors from the Comets, 1 error from the visiting Northwest Wolves. And again, that is your final stat line. As in terms of our, again, player or players of the game, brought to you by Casmium Sports. Again, our players of the game brought to you by Casmium Sports. Make sure to check out what they can do for you and your advancement of the team, program, and players. Check them out today at Casmium Sports, which is our stats sponsor for the entire 2025 season. So again, along with the final stat line, 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for the Wolves, 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors for the Comets. Again, as we take a look at both of these 2 squads, again, they're offensive, as powerful as can be. You know, in the end, if you're Waukee Northwest, you take away knowing you have had 2 solid wins here in North Polk, and these wins will help you, carry you as you go throughout the season. If you're North Polk, man, these were 2 games that you were in. You lost a big bat, lost a big arm in the overall grand scheme of things, but you battled back. And this is a team that will be in contention deep into the season. There's no doubt about that. So this may be a minor blimp, but again, they battled back as much as they could. Just ended up coming up short. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you coming along for the ride. As always, thanks for tuning in. Again, from North Polk, it's a 5-4 win for Waukee Northwest. And again, both teams will have 3 more outings as they wrap up the month of May here before the calendar turns to June. But for us, our next broadcast, we'll let you know coming on up here. We'll get that announced. And hey, keep checking up here on IA Sports YouTube for more great stuff. And, of course, check up when our next broadcast is across the IA Sports social scene. Speaking about that, make sure to check up on our High and Tight broadcast, which will be coming up your way Monday. We'll have team rankings reveal, and we'll be able to get you explanations as to why teams have moved. We'll be able to get you all kinds of fun stuff coming on up. And plus, we'll have some good interviews in store for you, so don't go anywhere. High and Tight coming your way Monday. A good recap of the week that was, and a look at the season, or at the games that will be happening in this next week. All right, thanks again for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. For Andrew Brown and the entire crew for IA Baseball, thanks for tuning in. And as we like to say to wrap things up, stay safe on the base paths. Thanks again, guys.